Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my little introductory video. Um, my name is Kit. You can call me Cat. You could just say Nehru. I don't really mind. Um, and yeah, this is the start of it. I am very good at these, I swear. Sarcasm. um, I hope that it gives off my energy enough. Okay, we're gonna start with the little about me, and I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna come up here. Hello. Hello. Um, just things that you can expect from my content. So I call myself chaotic chill, which basically means you can probably relax here. You could chill. It'll be pretty chill here. You don't have to like worry about screaming or anything like that. However, I get pretty hyped about certain things and I will get very excited, but I don't get super loud. Um, that's about it for that one. I'm food driven, so if a game has like food, cooking, anything like that, I'll probably get a little bit too hype about the food. I'll probably say like, "Ooh, that looks fucking delicious," you know. Probably should have added. I am a cusser. I am a cusser. I don't get lewd, I don't get NSFW about it, but I do cuss a lot. Um, I'm trying to not cuss too much, but you know, I'm a cusser. My bad. Um, yeah, food driven. I do. I love me some food. I will cook everything if there's recipes in a game. I will try my best to find all the recipes. For example, Breath of the Wild, like, even if it's not absolutely necessary to do, like, there's not really any reward for it or anything, I I will make all of the food. Just cause. It all looks good, okay? Like, can you imagine eating all the food in Breath of the Wild? Mmm. Mmm. Num 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 num. Uh, okay. And next is addicted to the grind, which I will more than likely be cutting out, like, almost every bit of grinding, but you will probably be watching a Let's Play, and it's gonna be, you know, oh, we're at the intro, yay! And then all of a sudden I'm like level 30, and I haven't even finished the intro yet. I am addicted to grinding. I don't know why, but I am. I love to grind. I don't know. Variety, I will play a variety of things. I'm going to try and start with like small, short, cozy-ish games, but there's a lot of games that I have not beaten yet that I want to beat on this channel. They're pretty long games, so like I don't want to, you know, start out with them immediately, but games I can like name off the top of my head right now that I want to beat that they're quite long is like Ghost of Tsushima and Nier Automata. Like Nier Automata I haven't even touched yet. So that one's gonna be a bit. um but we're gonna start out with things like Bear and Breakfast and other cozy games so that we get into the grind, so to say, of uploading videos. Um, Weird noises of vocal stems galore, yeah. I will very often make a lot of weird sounds or vocal stems, so thankfully, when I'm going, like, off script, which is what I'm doing right now, I don't really vocal stim too much, unless I trip myself up onto them, but, if you can think of the general meme, there's probably a vocal stem in there that I have. Um, like there's the one right now from when Ariel wants legs. So if you catch me saying you sound like two horses, I'm talking to you. I'm so sorry. Um, Adventure gamer, but a coward at heart. Yeah. I love adventure games. I do. My main game, obviously, look at my name, is Zelda, and Zelda-like games or just general like adventure RPG games. So I love to adventure. I love to collect. I love to be a completionist. However, I am too afraid to fight things. So, take Dark Souls, for example. I will collect literally everything that I can without having to fight a boss. You know? It'd be like that. Eventually, I will fight, but if I can avoid it, I will avoid it for as long as I can. I don't know why. It's just how I work. And I do the same thing with Zelda, too. So, for example, Breath of the Wild, we'll pull that one up again. Before I fight the Guardians, or I help them, whatever you want to call it, before I do those little dungeons, I typically run around and get a bunch of stamina, some food, some weapons. Most of the time I start out with far too many hearts before I start the first one. Oops. It's okay. It makes everything a little bit more enjoyable for me, and you know what? My fun is good to see, I think, because if you don't want to see me dreading doing something, I feel like that would be a bad idea. Next. This is my yay or nays, which when I do the nays, I will scoot over there because I'm covering it, aren't I? So, it's just general things I like, things I don't like. You know, just what you will see a lot, what you will see I do not like, what I will react differently to, or just what we could chill out and talk about. So, I like collectathons, I like cozy games and cozy times, that we have basically already said. A collectathon, if you don't already know, let me go ahead and just pull my glasses. A collectathon is basically any game where it's kind of centered around collecting stuff. So I think one of the best um, kind of like examples is Stardew Valley's like community center. Technically that's collectathoning because you have to collect everything to finish that up. And like any game where you have to collect a bunch of stuff, there's also like um I can't remember what it's called. Hold on. But you know, any game with collecting, Zelda has a lot of collecting, like Skyward Sword. Obviously, there's so much collecting in Skyward Sword. Um, Breath of the Wild, you know, if you want to collect every single bug, if you want to collect every recipe, if you want to collect every outfit, you know, there's so much. So much. Um, Hat in Time, that's the game. It's technically like a collectathon. Um, any game, like, with any amount of unique items also would fall under this category in a way. Like, it wouldn't be 100% just a collectathon, but, you know, Cyberpunk, believe it or not, since it has unique guns, unique stuff, like clothing now, it would technically fall under there too. So if I get thrown a collectathon, I'm collecting. Cooking and crafting, yeah, we already mentioned this with the food driven, but if there's cooking or crafting, I'm gonna go crazy for it. It's just like the collectathons. I will craft, I will cook everything I can when I can. Sometimes I will resist cooking because I have that weird, like, I must hoard every material, but most of the time I will make that recipe if I'm able to make it as soon as I can. Looking at you, Animal Crossing. Jamming out. So I love music. I don't think I will be putting much music on here because, you know, copyrights. But I will be putting a lot of soundtrack music when I am yapping. Like, should be on this video after I get everything set up, you know. But most of the time, I'll just talk about music, you know. If I ever have it come up, or if like a game has really good music, probably just sit there and jam together. Stepping up with a cuppa. I love coffee. I love hot cocoa. I love everything. Tea. Give me some tea. Give me everything. I love to get in a cozy blanket and just sit on the couch and watch some anime, drinking something in a cup, okay? I feel like that's just cozy peak goals. I mean, I'm a cat. I would hope that's cozy peak goals. Hanging out with my pals. I love to hang out with my friends. We play a lot of different games like RTSs, like Warhammer and stuff like that, and then we play League of Legends, Minecraft, stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff I love to play with my friends. There's a lot of like side by side games I also like to do as well, like The Sims. It's so fun to side by side The Sims. Video games, obviously. But you know, if you couldn't tell, I love video games. They are my life. I love to talk about them. I love to play them. It's That's my comfort. That's my home. Most games that I play are basically everything but shooters. I don't think I put that on here. Yeah, I did not put shooters on here. I don't really enjoy shooters. The only like exception is Fortnite, but that's just because I've been playing it for a very, very, very long time. But honestly, almost any game, as long as you want to talk to me about a game and you mention it, I probably know it. If not, I would love to learn. I would love to talk to you about everything that you like about video games. Memes. I freaking love memes. I would hope so. Most people of this day and age should at least like or know a meme or two. And like a lot of people get really mad when you say you should know memes, but you kind of should at this point know at least a meme or two because it's internet, baby. Here's one of my favorites. Let's just put this on here real quick. Well, well, well. If it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Like, it's so simple, but I love these types of memes, okay? And then there's this one that's just a cat disappointed in you for playing World of Warcraft. It'd be like that. They also have League of Legends up there, which I feel called out. I feel called out in 2 different languages. Oh. If anyone plays World of Warcraft, let me know. What's your favorite race to play? I used to play a night elf or a panda. I love the pandas. Shout out to Lily. Alright. Now we're gonna slide on over here. Let me go ahead and flip myself because... There we go. A little weird doing this, but... let's see. This is the nays, so things I don't like. So, I don't like loud. I don't like loud. I don't like loud noises. I don't like sudden loudness. I don't like, you know, this is another reason why I don't like shooters. Like, shouting, you know. If there's a game that has, for example, like a flashbang, you know, the flashbang, like, ringing in your ears. Can't do it. I can't. It hurts. It hurts my head. It hurts my ears. Nope. Nope. Horror. I'm a baby. I can't do horror, okay? I get too scared and then I won't go forward. I will not advance. I won't. The only horror game that I enjoy is Phasmophobia, but I haven't actually played it in a really long time. I haven't played it since the recent update, which honestly wasn't that recent now. Oops. Information overload. So, anytime that I play a new game, if it's like a million pop-ups telling me what to do, where to go, when to do it, etc., and it's like, oh, you have this quest, this quest, this quest, this, I get overloaded. I have to take a break. I have to step away. So thankfully, that's why I don't mind a lot of the like offline. I hate saying offline games, but you know, that's why I don't like mind offline games where you can just step away, exit the game, come back later when you have time and energy to process everything. But a lot of online games these days, it's like, yeah, here's all this info, here's how to play the game, here's this, here's that, here's this, here's where to buy this and that. Mm. can't. Can't do it. I'm so sorry. No snacks. I love me a little snacky snack. I don't care what it is. I like a little snacky snack. I like to eat little tiny things like bags of cookies. You know, those little tiny finger size, not finger size, like fingertip size cookies. I used to eat those like as a little treat every now and then. Cheez-Its are really good. Goldfish. I love me some goldfish. Um, I love tteokbokki. I'm probably not saying that correctly, but you know, the Korean rice cakes. I love me some Korean rice cakes. They're not exactly like a snack, but I'll eat like a few of them as a snack. Peer pressure, you stinky. No one likes peer pressure. No one likes peer pressure. No one likes being told what to do, you know? Especially when they don't want to do it. Now this is completely different, obviously, from, hey, can you do this? And I could take that into consideration. But if it's like 2,000 people, like, I'm not saying this will ever happen, but if there's like 2,000 people saying, I need to do XYZ, it's like, oh man, well, now I just really don't want to, even though now I'm kind of obligated to, you know? I don't like peer pressure. Peer pressure's kind of mean, honestly. Party poopers, settle down. I hate this. So like if I am expressing joy and someone's like, "Oh my god, you're so loud, you're so annoying. Settle down, calm down, be quiet." I will now never talk. Yeah. Complete silence. This, you know, this all kind of makes a lot of sense to a lot of people that are, you know, neurodivergent. I don't think neurotypical kind of have this issue as much. I'm I know I'm kind of assuming. I don't know everybody, but that's why I say I don't think they do as much. Um, but I don't like not having the complete silence. Like I like the idea of silence, but I need some background noise, whether it's keyboard clicking, music from like a tab that's super quieted down, or just my game's audio super low. I need to have something, or I feel like everything's just too much, you know? I don't know if anyone else relates to that, but you can know here it's not going to be completely dead silent ever. I like to yap to fill the void of silence. So hopefully, no silence. Not at all. Alright, let me come back over here. Let me go ahead and flip myself back over if I can. Hello, hello. We're back. The next slide I think is just contact. Yeah, this is just contact. These are the only places you can find me right now. For now. I might have more later, but for now, I am just on here, YouTube, NeruKit, or on Blue Sky, nerukit.bluesky.social. Or B-Sky. It's not actually Blue Sky in full. nerukit.bsky.social. That is where you can find me. I'm already posting on Blue Sky. I'm trying to like make sure to post like daily, or at least what I'm planning on doing. Yeah, that's where you could find me for now. Hopefully I'll have more places, and if I do have more places, I'll probably announce it at the end of a video, or at the start of a video to make sure you don't miss it. Okay? And that's all. That's it. That's the end. Wow! I tried to like make myself jump with joy, and then I realized I cannot jump with joy. Yeah, that's it. That's the end. Thank you so much. Oh wait, I can wink. Sorry. Earlier I accidentally winked and I didn't know how I did it, and then I just winked but it didn't actually go off. Okay, anyway. These are done by the ever so lovely Kuronai. And I did the typing, I decided on like everything else. But all this design and this beautiful little art of Kitty Cat me is from Kuronai. So, I will put the credits and everything in the description. This model as well, I will put the credit in the description. And I will hopefully see you guys soon. We're gonna start out with our first video of bears and breakfast. Probably... I'm trying to decide what days to make our upload day, because I'm not gonna upload, like, multiple days in a week. I'm probably gonna upload once a week for now. We'll see. I will see you guys in the video. I hope to see you soon. Hopefully once I get it all done and set up and ready. And bye bye for now, and I hope to see you there.